What is going on, everybody? My name is Sterling, otherwise known as the Chocolate Guru, of course, right? And man, we are here with a very special guest for episode 3 of the Keep It Player podcast. My man, Buddy. Talk to him, Buddy. What's going on, man?
Thank you for having me, Chocolate Guru. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm excited. Grateful to see where this goes and where you go. So this is a good time for me.
Thank you. So for this episode, just a little rundown for you guys. We're gonna start with talking about like the approach, man. How can we master the approach? You know what I'm saying? We got game. How can we do that? And then secondly, we're gonna talk about the advantages that gamers have in a relationship that others may not. You know what I'm saying? You play games to give you little perks. You know, it gives you a little something. And then lastly, how do we make time? How do we make time for relationships and playing video games? Because that's the thing, right? How do you do that? You ready to get into that?
Let's do it.
Let's do it, man. I've known Buddy for like probably about a year now, right?
That sounds accurate.
About a year this time. So it was around this time last year that just the crack for Street Fighter 6, right? It was going crazy. We met at 404.
Mm-hmm. 404 Esports.
We were playing around there, man, and we just got some games, and this guy. My name's the Chocolate Guru, but like I learned from this guy. I learned from him. Every time we talk, I learn something new about the game, man. I've been bugging him to coach me. I'm like, yo, coach me, man. I've been trying, but it's like that.
We had some good coaching sessions early, though.
We did.
Yeah.
We did, absolutely.
Yeah.
But no, tell me about like what you're doing, man. Like 4-4, you're around here, man. Like you're fighting game royalty in Georgia.
I don't know about that.
Tell me about it.
But for me, a lot of my focus has been trying to build what is already here.
Word.
Man,
you've done that. You've done that, man.
I've tried. I hope I've done what I would have wanted when I first started in the fighting game community, which is, inviting people out, not caring about their skill level, just caring about their passion and feeding them to, the community that in turn, like builds them up. So I think for me, I'm very grateful and I'm very fortunate to be here in Atlanta where we have so many communities in just Atlanta, let alone the rest of Georgia, that has so many great options for players to come, learn, grow, share, and bond. Some of my best friends are still in this community. So, there are people that I get to see week in, week out. Guys like Yugo and Baku and my best friend Sam, we get to go to these tournaments weekly, and a lot of our favorite memories are from times that we get to have, in these moments.
Yeah.
So, again, just so grateful.
And even here at Shears, like I said, shout out Jose, man.
Yeah,
shout
Jose.
out Jose for letting us be here, bro. Absolutely. We're here at Shears Gaming Lounge, and like, I wouldn't have known about this place if it weren't for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, he put me onto this space. He put me on here. He's like, yo, join this group chat. You know what I'm saying? We got tournaments, all that kind of stuff. So you're doing it.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, I did my best to really try to spread the word. Because even other fighting game players, like this place, they didn't even know about it until I really kind of told them about it.
That's real.
Which is great. Like, I'm glad that I'm able to give people that connection, because I think there's a good number of local players who are probably passionate about their own respective fighting games, but just purely do not know that places like this exist. Mm-hmm. So I think that's why I always try to advertise. I try to spread the word. I try to let people know about things because, online tournaments are great. No shot to them, but it's not a community that you get to have in person, that you get to have these kinds of moments with. So I always do my best to try to give people that access to those resources.
If you don't mind, we're gonna go a little bit about some news in the gaming industry.
Educate me.
That's how we do. You know what I'm saying? So first up, we got Dead Island 2. They got a new DLC expansion that just came out. It's called Soul LA or Sola, however you want to call that. that dropped. That looks really good. I played a little bit of that. Are you familiar with the Dead Island?
I'm not familiar with anything. I'm an old man, and I keep to my corner of the cave.
Word. Hey, look, that's okay. That's okay, man. But yeah, so that dropped. Check that out. And so next up, we got Assassin's Creed Mirage. You heard of Assassin's Creed? I know you heard of that, right?
I've definitely heard of it.
Oh,
that is
yeah.
correct.
They had a movie on that.
There's a movie? I believe it.
But no, so Assassin's Creed Mirage, they have a free trial going on right now. It ends April 30th, I want to say. Let me double check. April 30th, yes. So you want to try that out for free? Do that, and I ain't gonna hold you. I think they need that, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna download it, so I can, cause I ain't played a Ubisoft game in a hot minute. They need that, so check that out. That's dope. So Fortnite, I told Buddy, like, I think Fortnite is gonna take over the world, man.
Understandable.
I think they're gonna do that because they got almost every collab you can think of, gaming, pop culture, movies. They done did it, bro. They done did it, and so adding another one to that, Avatar, man. They got a new Avatar event where they got Aang, Katara, Zuko, Toph, all of them, bro, going crazy on Fortnite. So next up, we got Street Fighter 6. They released a new series called Tech Tips. It's with F-Word and Jammers. You familiar with them? Have you seen that?
No, I haven't.
No? You familiar with Jammers and F-Word, though?
Yeah, the commentators.
Absolutely, right?
Yeah.
I love Jammers, by the way.
I'm bigger F-word fan, personally.
Really? That's hilarious, bro.
It's mainly because of the British accent, and anytime doing the TH sound with an F sound instead.
You don't like it?
They don't say three, they say free. Right? I love that. I don't know. I'm sure they've heard it all the time, but I love it.
Dude, so you're team F-Word. I'm team Jammers.
I'm definitely F-word. All
And
right.
so they go over like terms, like Punishable was the first one they did. So it's really like a good resource for new players.
Oh, so it's like a tutorial.
Exactly.
Oh, that's great.
For common terms we use in the FGC.
Right, like
Punishable.
meaties, things like that.
Exactly.
Got you.
Exactly. And so it's like if you're trying to get into the FGC, trying to get into Street Fighter, like there's mad resources, man. Not only do you got people like Buddy putting on for the community, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got Street Fighter making official web series and stuff with these commentators getting you into it, man. Like, what more could you ask for?
That's really cool. I'm really glad to hear that they're doing that.
All right, so moving right along, we got a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle game exclusive for the Nintendo Switch.
Ooh.
Exclusive. They like that. They like that back there.
They're big fans. They're going crazy for it.
They like it. So a super exclusive for that. It was called Splintered Fate. Announced to come out July this year, right? I mean, hey, Nintendo Switch fans, you got something. You know what I mean?
Is it gonna be like a side-scrolling beat 'em up like the old ones were?
No. So it's like a roguelike. It's a roguelike game. Top down.
Okay.
I want to say.
That sounds pretty fun, actually.
Yeah, it looks great. It looks great. It looks
Okay.
really good. So check that out. That definitely looks pretty good if you're a Nintendo Switch fan looking for something new to get into. All right, and then last but not least, the Fallout TV show. I don't know if y'all seen it. It's pretty good. Have you seen a little bit of that? At least advertised on anything?
Not at all.
No?
I'm in a hole in the corner of the world.
So the Fallout TV show came out a couple of weeks ago, and it looks pretty okay. I'm not the hugest Fallout fan. I honestly wouldn't have watched it if it wasn't for like my pops just throwing it on the TV. You know what I'm saying? But and then Fallout 4, kind of an old game, is getting a PS5 a new gen update. You know what I'm saying? Like 60 FPS, 4K, all that stuff.
Is it like a remake or is it just like a patch update?
No, patch.
Got it.
It's a patch. It's like just hey, you playing this on next gen console, it's a bit more optimized.
Okay.
So I want to get into what I've been playing a little bit. This joint is like mad obscure. So one of my homegirls, he put me on to this game. It's called We Were Here Expeditions, The Friendship. It's like a co-op game.
Okay.
That joint was mad fun, bro.
What kind of co-op is it?
It's like you solving puzzles and stuff, but
Okay.
but you gotta like communicate like crazy. It's hard to explain.
Is it
but
is it like Little Big Planet kind of stuff?
kinda?
Okay.
Kinda, for lack of better comparison.
Sure.
But no, that I played that. Shout out Milk, bro. Milk, shout out. That was fun. That was mad fun. But no, I've been playing that. What you been playing?
Street Fighter.
Really?
I have exactly one game I play.
It's the only game on your PS5.
It's the only one that gets any playtime. Tekken's on there, and I pretend
Yeah?
like I play it, but I don't.
You pretend? Who you
Yeah.
playing Tekken?
I play King.
Play King?
Yeah. Don't like me no more? He's great. Rawr. I don't know, he was just so fun. I played him since Tekken 1, actually.
Word.
Yeah, back when he had in Tekken 2, he had like the little businessman suit on there, his little straps.
Just weird tiger.
Yeah, I don't know why. For a long time, me and my friends were debating if it was like an actual like half tiger, half man. And then like I think around Tekken 3, they like explained it a little more, and I was like, oh, okay, so he's a luchador? All right, cool. Let's rock.
So let's get into the topics, man. Let's get into it. I done kind of teased it a little bit. Do gamers got game? We got it, right? We here. So before we get into it, let's lay out the stereotype, right? I'm sure you guys know like the stereotype of, oh, like they awkward. We talked about that. Oh, like they ain't got no game. They can't talk for real. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got the swag. You know. So I mean, like, buddy, what you think about that, man? How does that make you feel?
You know, I like to think of it not as like gamers or whatever. I think of it as enthusiasts, right? Mm-hmm. You have people who are enthusiasts for any number of things, and I think that people get clumped into a category and then labeled according to whatever presupposed idea they have about that person or that community or that group. You know, I think that if we're going for some very classic stereotypes of, you know, gamers or nerds tend to be like maybe, you know, overweight or unable to have these like, you know, good conversations, or that they might, you know, not be successful at, you know, attracting the romance that they want. I think that's a very archaic thought. I don't think it doesn't still exist in all communities. I think there's always going to be different types of people no matter wherever you go. But I would also say that now there is a much more patterned allowance for people to be celebrated for their enthusiasm, right? Yeah. Instead of, you know, somebody coming out and saying, man, did you try this new game? And people going, nerd, you know, or whatever, as a pejorative. Now it's being celebrated and saying, man, I saw that too. That was really cool.
Bro, I'm sorry to cut you off, but that's a crazy good point. Because, like, I was talking with my homeboys earlier, like, anime, video games, all that stuff, that's cool now.
Exactly.
That's pop culture, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
100%.
It's cool now, and it's like, it didn't always used to be like that.
Correct.
It didn't always used to be like that.
100%.
What does that mean, though? Like, what is game, though? We were throwing that around. What does game mean? I would say, for me, is like, oh, bless me when I say this, but Riz, that's what I think of, you know what I'm saying? Like, charisma, like...
Thank you for defining that for me.
Charisma, yeah, charisma, yeah. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's that. That's how I would describe that.
Sure.
Lord help me, I use that word. Did I make it look cool? I'll let y'all be the judge on that. But yeah, that's how I would describe it. How would you describe, like, just game or, like, charisma?
I don't know. I think it's so much more about, like, just honesty, really. Like, I think that what I really value in, like, if there's someone I'm really attracted to and I really want to go up to them or something, you know, just being honest, being like, hey, I think you're really attractive. I'd love to get to know you better. You know, like, is that a connection that you also feel? And I think that more often than not, charisma or any sort of game, it always stems from whatever is naturally a part of you.
I like that.
And I think that celebrating that, right, you're not going to get every person, right, because not every person is for you. Right, but you will get the people that are for you, because the people who are attracted to what you naturally bring, what you naturally have, and what you naturally celebrate about yourself, that will attract the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm a big believer of, you know, just be sincere. Like, don't try to, like, play a game. Don't try to, you know,
he's spitting.
Don't try to do something that you don't feel is right for you.
In my experience, it's just been to just go, man. Because, like, when you start overthinking, it's just... you just end up not doing it, you know what I'm saying? And I like what you was talking about, like just being honest and being natural.
Right.
That too. You know what I'm saying? When you know you can be honest with yourself and natural, then that gives you the license to just kind of go, you know? Just go, pull up, you know what I'm saying? Do your thing. Funny story too, this is kind of a crazy metaphor, right? But I was playing Modern Warfare 3 with one of my homies,
Nice.
And his lobbies were insane, bro. Like, he played all the time. I barely play, so I was like fighting for my life out here, bro. I was dying so much. It was to the point where it's like, I'm just gonna follow you.
Yeah.
I just followed him around the map, bro. It was the fastest pace.
Little
game.
brother syndrome,
bro. And so the thing was, like, he was rocking a SMG, submachine gun,
right?
And he was challenging these gunfights at like a long range, like a submachine gun. That's
right.
Close range.
That's like, yeah.
You're not supposed to do like, it's not a sniper.
And he's trying to fight long range weapons.
Yeah, but he's sending it, and it's doing work. He's doing work, and so I'm talking to him, Mike. I'm like, hey, bro, like, why are you taking these long shots with an SMG? And he was like, hey, bro, sometimes you just gotta send it. He said, hey, sometimes you just gotta send it, and that stuck with me.
I love it.
That stuck with me, bro. Sometimes you just gotta send it, bro. So like, look, you see, Shawty, it's like, bro, sometimes you just gotta send it, man.
Yeah.
Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it too much, you know.
Yeah.
Especially if you know, like, you know you're gonna be natural. You're not trying to put on a front, because don't do that, bro. They see through that.
That's true.
They see through that, and it's
Very
like, I'm
true.
glad you put that. I'm glad you you brought that up. It's like, I think you got enough evidence to see, like, gamers got game, 'cause we just put you on game, you know. But let's take it up a notch. You know what I'm saying? So, do gamers make good relationship partners though? Like, we got the approach. We got the approach down, you know what I'm saying? But anybody can have a good approach. But like,
let me ask you a question.
Yeah?
Do you feel like playing games has given you an advantage in relationships?
Word. Okay. An advantage I think gamers have, bro, is a unique way to get better at pattern recognition. So
100%.
Let's say like this, right? In fighting games, your opponent, if you can't see what they're doing to you, what's going to happen?
Get knocked down, get KO'd. That's what's going to happen.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, you want to be able to recognize, okay, what's happening, or, oh, they tend to do this when this happens, or, oh, this is how they handle this situation. It goes directly into relationships. That just makes you better at saying, okay, when your partner goes through this, how can you help them here? Or how can you know what I'm saying? That kind of thing. What makes them feel this way? It makes them not feel this way. What do you think about that?
You know, I think absolutely I agree. I think just like in a relationship, right? If you have a partner, a romantic partner who's coming to you and saying, you know, this is a huge issue in our relationship, you know, how could you not notice this? How could you not tell, right? Then you are given the opportunity to say or ask questions around it, like, okay, how did it become a problem? Like, what are the prompts? What are the patterns? Show me, right? And they'll be able to inform you. In the same way, if you're playing someone either online or in person, you can always message them and be like, what went wrong? What is it that I need to identify? What is it that I need to work on? And additionally to that, you know, you have to be able to have the spirit to admit that maybe you did something wrong as well, right?
That's major.
Even if you don't think you did, you know, having the ability to listen, to really listen with the intent to learn.
Yes.
You know, what is actually the problem? Because if you care about this person, you're going to want to change your actions to help whatever their issue is. Now, obviously, we always have our own boundaries, and you should never sacrifice that on your own side. But most times, communication in a relationship is about expressing where those gray areas are. And so being able to, you know, check your own self and say, hey, I might have screwed up here. Being able to have that pattern recognition that they'll be able to give you is 100% going to give you so much more success in every dynamic that you'll have. So I 100% agree that if you're the type of player who's able to say, you know, let me take a step back. I think I know a piece of why I'm losing, but I don't know all of it. Let me talk to these people who have beaten me and see if I can learn.
Absolutely.
Same thing with relationships, right?
You're not going to learn if you don't ask.
True.
You know what I'm saying? And this, in relationships, man, like, if there's a problem, just ask them. You know what I'm saying? If you care about them, that shouldn't be an issue.
100%.
That shouldn't be an issue. So if you're the kind of player trying to get better, you know what I'm saying? Because we keep
That's
a player
right.
here, right? We keep a player.
That's
We
right.
keep a player. If you're trying to be that kind of player to get better and learn, ask them, yo, how can I do better this time?
100%.
Same in your relationships. Absolutely. If we're trying to learn something, right, and something's not working out, like, what do gamers do? We look to other resources, right? What do you?
100%, yeah. So I think commonly for most players across most competitive games, at least, I think something that quickly happens across all of their journeys is they come to a point where they realize, I'm not going as far as I want to. I'm not getting where I want to go. I'm not seeing the success that I would like to. And they very quickly go to all the resources of all the professionals that they know. They look at their favorite players. They look at all the professionals. They look up their YouTube tutorials, their Twitch comments, everything, right? Because they are trying to learn from people that they trust, people that they know have been able to get to the places that they're trying to go.
Yeah.
I think in a similar fashion, if you treat your relationship the same way, right? Maybe you're at a point in your relationship and you don't have the answers. You keep running into the same problems, but you don't know why. You and your partner can't figure it out. You go to the professionals. You seek therapy. You start reading books. You start checking out other resources that are not just your own ideas to solve the problem. And I think that if you have that same mindset, no matter where you are in your relationship, it's going to be so much more successful with a desire to listen and learn rather than to just assume that you're the smartest person in the chat and going with that.
You feel me? Are y'all starting to see the vision? I hope y'all are. I hope y'all starting to see the vision because he's spitting. So yeah, that's how I would say gamers have an advantage on that, But moving forward though, with do we make good relationship partners? We got to talk about the PS5 or me, the me or the PS5, it's like, you my girl, but it's like, you get mad I'm turning on the PS5. Like, no, we're not going to have that. Gaming is like not all we do, like
Hopefully.
Right. Hopefully. Right.
Hopefully.
Well, for both of us, see, like for me, like I'm in school, entrepreneurship, I got a part-time job. Like, no, like gaming is not everything.
Right.
It's just a hobby, And I know you got a lot of stuff going on outside of gaming too. I know you do, buddy. I'm
a very busy man. I work over at a college institution. I also lead a dance community, 2 of them. One of them is a partner dance community for Fusion called Menagerie. Check them out if you're in Atlanta. Menagerie ATL, I think, is their Instagram. They're also on Facebook. I also help lead another solo dance genre music and dance community called Future Funk ATL. Check them out if you like future funk music. And then I also, in my own time, do a lot of other activities. It usually switches between acro yoga, roller skating, gaming, cooking, different types of language learning. There's a bunch of other stuff. But
do you make time for your partners?
Yeah.
Your
time is what you value.
Exactly, bro. And so that's what I want to say. It's like we gonna make time, And so I'll say like this: I am single, right?
Get it?
Hey, you feel me? Look,
this dude right here.
I am single. Stop. But like, out of all the stuff I'm going through, if I make the time to get you in my life, like, best believe you're not gonna be competing with Street Fighter or PS. You know what I'm saying? Right. You're not gonna be competing with that. Like, you here because I want you in my life. So why would I? You know what I'm saying? Why would I jeopardize that? You know what I'm saying? Like you said, your time is what you value. Right. So.
And being able to communicate that is, I think, 100% of the alleviation of those worries as well. Yeah. If you're able to communicate to, the person you're dating, saying, hey, I of course care about you and I'm going to invest in you, but this is how I manage my time. This is how much time I'm able to give. This is how much time I need for myself, right? Those are good things. You set up boundaries for your own self and say, I need these things in my life, no matter what happens. But additionally, here's what I have left in my life that I want to give to you, that I want to share with you. And when that happens, when people are assured of both the time and the value that you have for them and vice versa, so much of the bullshit goes away.
Yeah. Look, this has been legendary, buddy.
Hey, likewise. It's a pleasure to be here with you, Sterling.
Man. And so we're going to go ahead and wrap it up, though. And so, look, this has been episode 3 of the Keep It Player podcast. Do Gamers Got Game? I think you already know by now. So, hey, buddy, talk to the people. What you got going on, man?
Sure. I would just say, mad shout-outs to all of the fighting game communities around the world, period, because all of them are ran with love and care and self-sacrifice on so many people. But specifically here in Atlanta, we got Marcos and his whole team doing plus two on block. They just ran Max Mode, our huge major in Atlanta. We got 404 Esports, Chris running that every week, doing our weeklies, keeping our community alive.
Shout out, Chris.
You got Shears doing our Tuesdays, growing in that scene here in Alpharetta. And then you got Fayetteville Zone Breakers doing their monthlies. So we have a lot of great communities. And if you ever want to join, if you want to play, want to learn, feel free to hit any of us up. You can find me on Twitter or Instagram, same tag, buddy, like, friend, all one word. I hope you follow your passions. I hope you find people in your communities that give to you in ways that are enriching. So, keep giving, keep growing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, man. Ladies and gentlemen, buddy, like a friend.
Thank you.
And of course, like always, you can follow me on Instagram at @Sterling. And then for all my gaming content, you can follow me on Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube at The Chocolate Guru. That's DA Chocolate Guru. Follow me on there. I got it right here, down here. And then if you want some merch as well, and then you can go to the website, neutralgame.co. I got it like down here as well. Get some merch, man. Support your boy. Absolutely.
I hear that merch is good for both your games, actually. Hey!
Yeah, they got Aang, Zuko, Toph, Katara. Sokka's not in there. He ain't got no.